Certainly quite a life, and here is the man, MohamedAlFayed.
Thank you.
Is that shirt available at Harrods, sir?
Yeah.
It is.
Anytime. And if you want to buy one, I'll give you 50% discount.
Just 50? That's it?
50%. Okay.
You know, we played back there a piece of tape about your life, the things you've done, where you've come from, and certainly the last 10 years of your life. This has become this thing for you, your son, Diana, has really become your life force right now, hasn't it?
Yeah, as you know, it's difficult. The father who lost his son, who was Princess Diana, is not easy to know that your child been slaughtered, right, by bunch of gangsters whom they call themselves the British royal family. And the head of the British royal family, himself, Prince Philip, he's a Nazi at the core, and he's well-known racist. Himself, he come from nowhere. As a child, 6 years old, his parents, one of them was crazy, one was alcoholic. His aunt, German aunt, took him away to bring him up. And this aunt was married, Goebbels' general, right? Mm-hmm. You know, both aunts. I mean, if you want a guy like that, grow up with a Nazi, you think he will accept my son with a different nationality, naturally tanned, different religion, accept to be the stepfather of the future king?
But you know, when you say that stuff, though, people are going to go crazy.
Who's going crazy? The people, 95% of the ordinary people of this country support me. The masses of them. The tremendous amount of letters and phone calls and support, you know. And this keep me going because I can't. I had a father who lost his son in unbelievable situation. You know, the person who Diana have seen after 20 years suffering with this bloody family, you know, see the light, see the happiness, right? Have been gone already. It's very, very difficult for me. Why they do this to me? And I give 40 years of my life here, employing tens of thousands of people, paying billions in taxes, you know. But anyhow, again, this is the politician. I think you are the same, you know. I don't know how in Canada, great country, great people, what the bloody hell you're getting yourself again, putting the Queen as your head of state. Why you don't waking up? Can you tell me? Why you waiting for? What you getting out of it?
Okay.
You don't
I mean, for a lot of people, it's just tradition. They don't actually do. I mean, she's a rubber stamp, but she's on her money.
Yeah, but already the Americans, US already get rid of them. Why? What you waiting for? Are you in a coma? You don't see. Waking up,
well,
just
technically, legally she is gone.
Get one of your people. We have great scientists, great professor, great business people. One of those.
Have you always felt this way about the royal family when you first came to England? Did you have a different...
they've been friendly to me. They've been, you know, I've been sponsoring the unique, the horse show for the Queen at a cost of £2 million every year. They come shopping, you know, when they need you, you know, and when they come to a matter of, I can never expect that this can do this to me, because with no problem, when Diana asked to spend the holiday with my family, they blessed that. Her kids, Prince William, and would spend the most fantastic holiday in their life, you know, with no problem at all.
When the report came out recently, talking, you know, basically closing the case from their end, saying this was a car crash and a drunk driver and all of that, and that Diana wasn't pregnant, what did you think?
It's all bullshit. It's all baloney. The guy took $4 million of the tax, £4 million out of the taxpayer money, and he been told what to do, and $4 million he took away, and he been directed to do that. Yeah, just all bullshit. In the report himself, he say 6 months before Diana was killed, was already Lord Mitcham, one of the leading lawyers who worked for Diana, gone to Scotland Yard and say Diana certain that she's going to be murdered in a car crash. Can you please investigate? And this report officially, and it's mentioned in Lord Stevens' report. Why he have not investigating that? It's just all bullshit. He put it there just to satisfy the royal family and the establishment.
Did they tell you?
But I'm not leaving them to get away, because there's still 2 major court cases in France, which I'm confident with God's help the truth will come out. And here also, without a jury, imagine that the coroner, which is a judge, can allow Lord Stephens publish this report publicly, and this is the core of the court case. How can the evidence, you publish on the internet worldwide, and the judge, the coroner herself, which she been appointed, because they removed the previous coroner because he will not agree on what they asked for, and they brought a zombie to put her there as to do what they want, and she refused for a jury. How can you make such important murder case without a jury? You think it is normal? And we already still fighting that. We're not going to let them get away with that.
Did they talk to you about the status of the pregnancy?
Of course, certain. She was pregnant, and this will be proved in the court case in France. She told me personally. This is why. They've been spying on them, listening to them. They know they're going to declare their engagement on the morning. They know that she was pregnant. She told me personally. Daddy told me personally. Right? I'm the father. I'm the only person who know what happened to her. Right? Anybody or any of this completely just they want to cover up, and I'm not going to let them get away with that.
The loss of your son is it's something that you'll never get closure on as a human being, but do you ever...
No, with God's help, I'm telling you, because this what I've done is just horrendous, is the murder of the century. I'm not going to let them get away with that to prove to the whole world, and you can't. I'm a father. You can't rest until you find the truth. That's all what I want. Why do you do this to me? Why this can happen in the 21st century? They think they're still living in the 17th, 18th century. They can execute anybody and they can get away with it. I'm not going to let them get away with God's help, I'm sure.
You have such an interesting relationship with this country, don't you?
Yeah, a country I love. I choose to be my second home after I lost my business in Egypt, Nasser, I've nationalized all my business, and as you grow up with Egypt, with a colony, you educated in the British schools, and you speak the language. I say this is my second home. I move here, fine, and I visit the country when I was a child, and I enjoy being here. I'm supported by the ordinary people. I don't give a hell about the bloody establishment, all the upper class, all the people, they think they're blue blood, they're different, human, which I'm not going to let them get away, because you can say there's a few thousand people, but the rest are great people, great country, but I don't know. Again, they're still living in a coma like you. All the bloody politicians. Why they didn't waken up? Why they leave this devastation happening? And they go and elect donkeys to rule them, right? From one donkey to another, right? Is Tony Blair, who is Tony Blair? From where he comes, the bloody guy? Without me, he would never be sitting there in 10 Downing Street.
How come?
You don't know that?
Yeah. No, I know that, but how, you tell me what he wants.
Because again, after I acquired House of Fraser and I bought Harrods from a guy, I took the majority shares from a guy called Tiny Rowland, who was a gangster,
You're just begging for lawsuits here, aren't you?
I got that. And he will not accept, that I took, the company from him. And he was mad because Harrods is part of this company. And he fought me just trying to accept, that the government accept to give me the company. And then Margaret Thatcher agreed on him to put an inspector to see how I bought the company, if this is my money, not my money, and I won at the end, so he was not accepting that. After I felt that how can the Tory do this to me, after I done fantastic, I helped the country, I bought billions of exports, right, through a construction contract in the Middle East, and how they do this to me, you put again an inspector to see I won or not. I'm not accepting that. I find one of the minister, Jonathan Atkin, he was a minister of procurement, defense, and he was a crook, sitting in my hotel in a bar with major arms dealer, and the major arms dealer paid his hotel bill was about 30,000 pounds, something like that. I am not accepting as a major taxpayer to see a minister sitting making arm deals in my hotel, and hotel his bill being paid by the arm dealer. Straight away I came back, I called the Guardian newspaper, I say, is this right to have a minister sitting in my bar with a major arm dealer and his bill being paid by the arm dealer? And the editor gone crazy. He said, no, I'm putting it in the front page. And he denied that, and he gone to prison. Fine. I discovered the sleaze in the major political party, right?
So basically what you're saying is, don't cross you.
Yeah. I tell people, don't go, please, for heaven's sake, and elect any political party, because they're all corrupt, all run by idiots. They are there just for the power, for themselves, to cash in, to enjoy. It's just a disease, it's a bacteria, you know. You go and elect and put them in power, be sure the infection go everywhere.
Nice to see you, Mohammed.
Thank you
very much.
MohamedAlFayed, everybody. More when we are returned.